Hey guys, Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon video. Today I'm actually dressed for the occasion because we're gonna be taking a look at the BT8 Agumon Turbo deck, or as you might know it more popularly, Blackwargreymon, which is in my opinion probably the best anti-meta deck. This format, I've been having a ton of fun with it, super fun to play, really controlling, more so than any other deck in the game, I think. I also think it's pretty strong, has very solid matchups across the board. Imperial Digimon is very rough though, just because it's very fast and Wargreymon is very slow. Which is a little bit problematic, of course, since Imperial Digimon is extremely popular right now. However, we are playing some cards to kind of counter it, as you'll see. But all the other matchups are pretty good, pretty favorable in my opinion. I played the deck at the tournament actually, the Digimasters tournament, shout out to them. I'll post a link to their web shop in the description below if you want to check it out. They also do tournaments, weekly locals, and then like each month they do like a bigger tournament, which is very cool, which was the tournament I attended. I ended up getting 4th place. I only lost to Imperial Digimon. I beat Mastemon, and Armor Rush. Also shout out to Matthijs because he brought me some cards for the decklist, because I didn't pull enough Blackwargreymon of my own. But yeah, let's just hop right into the deck profile. Okay, so let's just hop right into the actual deck list. As you'll be seeing, there is no side deck because the event I played with this deck was without the side deck, and of course the side deck is still not an official part of the game for every tournament, so yeah, no side deck, but I do have some thoughts about some cards in the deck list regarding the side deck, which I will mention when we get there. But yeah, starting off with the X, we are playing first off 4 of this Koromon. Basically I'm playing 5 X and all of them do the same, which is when attacking once per turn you can draw a card. Then the condition for this one is if there's Omnimon or Greymon in the name, and as you'll see, pretty much every level 4 or higher card in the deck list will have Greymon in the name. Not all of them, but like the vast majority. And then the last one is this BT8 Greymon, which has also when attacking draw 1 card, only then the requirement is 6000 TP. Which is quite easy to get to in this deck list, but you really want to be playing 5X in this deck list because you're going to be grinding a lot, like a lot. The deck really doesn't take very fast wins. You always try to set up perfect control and then eventually just chip away for game. Of course there's some situations I guess where you will go for game quicker, but mostly the deck is very control oriented and you know, takes a really long time. But yeah, 5X and all of them do the same, which is absolutely perfect in my opinion. Then moving on to the actual main deck for the rookie or level 3 lineup, I am playing 4 of the Black Agumon. I've seen a lot of lists play 2 of this, and I get why. Basically this is the best searcher in the deck, or searcher, just consistency cards, because you know you can potentially add 2 cards. I am playing I write a Cyclomon, which is a Dragonkin, so you can potentially add up like a Greymon and a Cyclomon if you hit both with this card. Whoops, small cut there because the battery died, but yes, as I was saying, in a weird way, this card actually hurts the consistency of the deck a little bit, which is why I get why a lot of lists are playing 2, because you know not all of the level 4s we're playing can actually evolve over this guy. I'm actually also probably gonna be experimenting with playing less of this guy. But yeah, for the Digimasters tournament I played 4. Then this card's also a 4 of, and which will remain a 4 of, is the BT5 Agumon, which pretty similar to the Black Agumon or the Virus Agumon, only this guy reveals 3 cards and then you can add 1 Greymon and 1 Omnimon card. However, we're not playing any Omnimon in the list currently. I am considering playing like 1 or 2 of the Blitz Omnimon. But yeah, just a consistency card to add any of the Greymons, obviously very relevant. And this guy is red, which makes it actually just better than the Black Agumon, because it means all of your level 4s can evolve over this. So I'll definitely be playing this at 4, which I think is a standard. Now this card I think a lot of people are actually not playing it, but I'm playing the EX Agumon, EX1 Agumon I should say, because EX2 is coming soon. And I actually really like this. Basically, the inheritable for this, when you attack, once per turn you can add, or you can review the top 3 cards and then add 1 Tamer or 1 Digimon with Agumon in its name, so it makes sure you always have access to a rookie. And obviously the Tamers are super important in this deck. We'll get to those in a minute, but yeah, we're obviously playing Nokia, which is just arguably the best card in the deck. And really liking this. I might consider playing, actually playing less, like maybe 2 or 3. However, we're already cutting this obviously, so... but yeah, this card was really good. I definitely think it deserves a place in the deck. And then the last rookie we're playing, I know a lot of people are playing 4 of this, but I'm actually not a huge fan of playing so many. Is the Promo Agumon, which basically just inheritable gives any Greymon plus 2000 DP. Which of course is relevant because one of the strong suits of the deck is obviously Blackwargreymon running over your opponent's Digimon. Either when they're suspended or when they're unsuspended with the virus Metal Greymon. However, it's already quite big and we have some more DP boosting guys in the deck, so I'm really not sure if 4 of this is absolutely necessary. It definitely does help though, and you know, when your War Greymon is really big, it makes it pretty safe to swing into the security. Like if it has 16k for example, which it can get, then that's very strong. But yeah, we're just playing Agumon. If we get to play with a side deck, then I'm actually playing a tournament this weekend with a side deck. I'd consider side decking some Galosmon, which was in the list before, but it's just really nice to always have access to Agumon to play out with your Nokia, basically. And it also makes the EX Agumon better, so yeah, this is the lineup of 14 rookies, which is fine, I think. It's the minimum I like to run in stack decks like this, but now with, you know, the Mulligan rule, it's not as important to play like 15 or 16 even, because, you know, you can just, if you don't open a rookie, you can just mulligan your hand. Then moving on to level 4s, we're starting out with the Virus Greymon. I mean, this just makes your Blackwargreymon or Metal Greymon blocker. If they are partially or fully red, just stay put. Evolves over both red and black, which makes also very good. So... yeah, not much to say about this, right? I mean, just a staple at 4. Then I'm also playing BT8 Greymon. I'm playing 3 of it. And I think this is the second best one, to be honest. You know, if you have Nokia out, this is basically Digivolves for free. Which is crazy. And which is also important because, you know, a lot of the level 5 and level 6 will just have a very high cost to Digivolve. So, you know, having that one free step is pretty good. But yeah, I just, you know, I had to play some split of the level 4s I wanted to play, and I just think the black one is, it's the best one. Which, as you'll see, I'm playing 3 of this, and then also 3 of the security check plus Greymon. Obviously this card is very strong and just gives any Digimon that is on top of it security check plus 1. And there are some scenarios which I will get to in a little bit where it can get really crazy with this card, but yeah, I think it's like a little bit less strong than this Greymon. Or well, it's more powerful, but like it's not the role this fulfills in deck is a little bit more important than this one, but still you definitely want to play at least 3 of both. And then, like I mentioned, I am playing Cyclonemon just because it is a Dragonkin, so you can add it off the Virus Agumon. However, I think I will probably be cutting this and maybe just playing a 4/4 of both. The inheritable effect of this really never comes up. It is nice that it can evolve over the Black Agumon though, but because, like I said, I'm probably going to be cutting down on that one a little bit, so that the most important use of this is that you can add it with the Agumon, so you can potentially add like War Greymon and this. Or, you know, 2 level 4s or level 4 and level 5, which you couldn't if you're not playing this. But yeah, I wouldn't say the card is bad, but I just think I want to go in a little bit of a different direction with the deck. Then moving on, and this should go without any explanation, right? The Virus Metal Greymon. It's just broken, right? On Digivolve, Digivolve 1, then you can delete 1 Digimon on your opponent's side with 3000 DP or less. But then the inheritable is where this card really shines, where it allows your Dragonkin or Machine Digimon, just Dragonkin in this deck though. to you know, attack unsuspended Digimon, which is crazy, especially since, you know, the Blackwargreymon unsuspends itself and the Digimon is deleted. I mean, yeah, just best card, right? And then this card kind of sucks, but the truth is this is probably the second best Metal Greymon. It gives piercing, it has a when attacking effect that it sometimes comes up. The real reason why this card is actually better than most of the other Metal Greymons, that it can evolve with both black and red. Yeah, the piercing, it honestly just really never comes up. If there's some way to, like, with Chimeramon you can do like a stack of both, which is, then it's obviously really crazy, but you know, when you are not high rolling like that, it doesn't really come up that much. And then I'm playing one Ultra mode. Honestly, this card is very good. The Inheritable is the same as the Agumon basic, where it just gives a Greymon plus 2000 DP. Omnimon as well, by the way, but in this build that doesn't come up. And then when Digivolving, if you evolved over, you know, one of these Metal Greymon, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less, which also comes up. Sometimes you just need a stack with both the plus 2000 and the, you know, Inheritable from the Virus Metal Greymon, and then it's also very good. Yeah, I really like this card. Not much to say about it, honestly. I think this card is very underappreciated. I don't think I've seen any list playing it, but it's actually very good. And then I'm just playing one Chimeramon. I might try playing two of this, because there's some really crazy things you can do. Yeah, which I'll show in a second, but obviously, you know, the use for this card should be pretty known by now. Also, you can sometimes just randomly go for game if you're level 4 survive, and you know, you can just DNA evolve into this and swing again. And then the boss monster of the deck, this is what the entire deck's built around. No alt arts yet, sadly. I love this card. It's like the best control card in the game. Pretty hefty cost 4 to evolve, but with no catch 3. So if you have a memory tamer in play, then you know, it's still your turn. You can do some cool stuff, like if you're pretty convinced your Metal Greymon swing will, you know, not die by security, you can go like Metal Greymon swing, then evolve into this, pop one of your opponent's Digimon and swing again. For example, to just you know, put on more pressure. It can also pop tamers, which makes the yellow hybrid matchup, which is should be pretty relevant in this format, significantly better. It's just this card's insane. I really love playing this. Very cool. You know, if it's also a blocker because of the black or the Virus Metal Greymon, or the Virus Greymon, I should say, then it's broken. And then I'm just playing one other level 6, which is this one. I was also playing the Blitz War Greymon before. I think that's the one from EX, which is definitely good for sure. Especially if you pair it with a Metal Greymon, and sometimes your opponent just doesn't expect it and they can get blown out by it. But you can do so. You can do like if you have like a stack where you can make like this. Potentially you can even go like for double this with Chimeramon, right? Then this guy can just on its own just kill your opponent, which is absolutely insane. I got it off once at the Digimasters tournament. However, I eventually ran into, what's it called, the Scythe option from Ophanimon in the Mastermon deck, and then he brought out the Angelman that gave this security attack -2, so I couldn't actually end the game with this. But if he didn't have that, like, I would have just literally taken all 5 of security and swung for game with just this guy, which would have been pretty cool, but sadly didn't work out. But that's a play you can do, and that's very cool. But like I said, Blitz Greymon is definitely also a good option, so you might want to test that for yourself. That was all the Digimon. Then I already mentioned her, but this is just the best tamer, Nokia. What does this say, right? On play, you can play one of your Agumon from your hand, or Gabumon, I guess, but it doesn't come up. And then what makes this card so good is that just each turn you can tap her to reduce one of your digital initial cost into a Greymon by 1. Which definitely does come up every turn. Yeah, this card just, it makes the deck work. You really want to see this. If you're not seeing this, it's actually quite hard to win because our guys are so expensive to evolve. And then I decided to play Marcus just to play more of the control memory game. I know some people are playing Hero. I've also seen some lists playing Tai, and I might actually go for like a 2-1 split with the, you know, with the old school Tai tamer from, I think it was BT1. But yeah, this, it's a memory tamer, and when you swing with a Greymon, you can tap it to gain memory. It's just very good, and you definitely want to be seeing memory tamers. You can add it with the EX Agumon, which is nice, and you really want to see the memory tamers as well, just because, again, it's expensive to digivolve your stuff. And then for options, I'm playing double Crimson Blaze. This card's insane in some matchups, like for example Mastermon. It is also definitely has its utility against Imperial Dramon, which is probably the best deck of the format. Arguably, like I guess you could say that maybe Yellow Hybrid is, but yeah, this card is insane. However, I would probably try side decking it and just maxing out on a Dark Gaia Force and not playing a 2-1 split, which may seem a bit random, but like if your opponent hits this in the security, it's absolutely insane because it says your opponent can't play Digimon by effects until the end of their next turn. So not the end of their current turn. So if they hit this in security, they're basically under its effect for 2 entire turns, which is absolutely crazy. And then Dark Gaia Force, I mean, everybody knows it does, right? It basically just it's like Raigeki. It's in Yu-Gi-Oh! It just wipes the entire field. The security effect is a little less good, but it still should take care of pretty much any Digimon you want. But yeah, I'll probably go for like more Dark Gaia Force the main deck, and then try to side Crimson Blaze. A crazy card, a really, really crazy card. So this side deck would probably consist of just like Crimson Blaze and Gaussmon, probably. But yeah, if you don't have a side deck, then I would definitely recommend just main decking this, just because it is so powerful against some really meta-relevant matchups. So yeah, that's the deck. So yeah guys, that was it, that was the deck profile. As always, if you like this type of content and want to see more, I'm planning to upload some more deck profiles and stuff for Digimon again, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment like what deck do you want to see. I'm planning on doing Rasenmon for sure, then maybe Mastemon as well, probably Yellow Hybrid, just the decks I think are cool. But if you want to see like other decks, I can do like X Antibody, just you name it, post in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I guess that's it. See you in the next one. Bye!